Okay, comrades, this is the intro to the question and answer session number 1 by myself. Any of the questions you have sent to me on the past few weeks, I'm going to answer them because I say so. So shut the fuck up. I'm going to answer all of these questions. And yeah, don't mind about the chirping out there. My mom owns an aviary, and that's why there's a lot of noise coming out of birds. Yeah, you can recognize some canaries and parrots and such. And ignore all that noise, please. So yeah, I'm going to start up with Comrade Napoleon, who asked me questions in America. These questions were sent from America, and I'm going to answer them technically in America. No, not really. From Mexico. I'm answering these questions from Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico. And Mexico is in America! So yeah, time to begin. Well, here is the first batch of questions sent by Comrade NapoleonJonamiteInc. And so, here we go. Number 1. What do you think about me as a Mugen user? And what about my team? Well, about you as a Mugen user, you have grown a lot. I remember those days back when you used to hang out at Chiaki stream. You started your first tournament, and I remember you actually had that team where you had both Faust, Homer, Peter, and those kind of characters every newbie uses. But yeah, as time went by, you started hanging out more with us, with most of the people that is currently in the motherland, and some people that deserve to bite my ass. But that's a story for another day. But yeah, you've grown a lot since you actually use a lot of really awesome characters like Terry Bogard, Bobby Ologun, Wolverine, Jean-Pierre Polnareff, Krillin, and not to mention Rose Crash and Jin Saotome. That's pretty much badassness over there. And I actually used Jin Saotome, and he was one of my mains back in the day where I used to play Marvel vs. Capcom. But I suck at that game, so it's better to keep away from those memories as fast as possible. And yeah, I like the fact that you have really put a lot of effort into trying to master many kinds of gameplay available to you, and that's good because you learn more styles and you don't end up stagnating on gameplay. And here's the second question. Number 2. What was the ground you chose to base your team off? Well, my team is mostly based on close range and power. The irony comes with Tenchi, who is a long range character. She's mostly used to spam the heck out of any enemy I get across, and that's pretty much it. Ever since most of my characters do not use projectiles, except for Rock and Unagi. And the other character that actually that is an exception in my team is Akane Satomura. But it's mostly because she uses her hair, and that gives her a lot of priority, theoretically. And yeah, I pretty much play like a berserker. I rush at my opponent mindlessly, and I fight it, and I crush it. But that's a story for another day. And the main reason why I never got along with using any Guilty Gear characters aside from the LOL Muteki issue, because I just never got used to weapon users. For some reason they feel kinda alien towards me. And yeah, here's number 3, because I finished number 2. What are your thoughts on the constant inflow of noobs who show no videos of their skills and build their teams based on solely the AI. That reminds me of Eno, but that's a story for another day. Or rather, do not mention it in front of me. It's kind of a berserk button, because these kind of people have actually defiled the forum, the motherland, with their stupidity. Now because of this kind of people, the motherland is going through a crisis. People are deserting over there, and their forum looks almost like an abandoned warehouse. But yeah, I prefer actually not to enforce on myself that they do not exist. I try not to think about these people because they make me rage. Seriously. Yeah, you can use a character, you can suck with a character, but you at least are using the character. You're at least trying to make an effort and trying to learn a character. But this kind of people just don't do a fuck about it. They just spend most of their time whining that people, oh no, people don't like me, it's because I am a noob. Hijo de su puta madre. Why these people can't do anything right? And well, that finishes the 3 questions sent by Napoleon Jonamite. Okay, and the next batch of questions come from our fellow Comrade Skie, and these are only 2 questions. Okay, first one. And speaking of Toho, who is your favorite and your least favorite character? Well, for my favorite characters, I'll go for 3. It's Komachi Onosuka, Yagokoro Aiden, and Suika Ibuki. Now, Komachi, you already know her. You know I play as her in Unthinkable Natural Law. Well, Aiden because, well, you know her already. Yeah, you know, I'm not going to mention it. I'm going to elaborate actually about those 2 in a later question, but then here comes Suika. Well, as for her, she's really funny, she's really cute. Yeah, she's just adorable. Too much cuteness overload from her. Okay, and my least favorite characters, the moon bitches, especially Watatsuki no Yorihime. Yeah, please don't mention that manga where she appears, please. It makes me rage. In all due honesty, it makes me rage. And another character I do not like that much is Cyrno. Her stupidity makes me rage. Okay, and the next question, also related to Toho. What's your favorite game in the series and your least favorite game? And my favorite game, it's the embodiment of Scarlet Evil. Yeah, it was awesome. It actually featured that song from the theme from that last scene where you face Flandre. Yeah, when you listen about that, you will have 2 reactions. The first one is complete awe towards listening that song, and the second one, you're going to crap your pants after you realize that Flandre is going to fuck you up. And my least favorite game from the Toho series is Phantasmagoria of Dim View. I never enjoyed playing that game. It was subpar compared to the rest of the games, but I think I'm going to cut it at this point, since I don't want to talk about that game.